With what should be all the souvenir packages and most likely sticker capsules, and of course all the other major items being removed from the game tomorrow, or probably today by the time you're watching this video, let's take a quick final look over everything, where supply is sitting at right now, where price is, and if anything has changed drastically enough for you to either invest or sit this one out. So as always, if you guys do enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And of course, check out my sponsor, FreeCash. FreeCash is an easy to use site where you can earn money by completing simple tasks on your PC. By going to the Earn tab, there's short surveys you can fill out, mobile games you can play, and videos you can watch to earn coins which you can turn into cash instantly. On average, it only takes around 18 minutes until users cash out for the first time, and there's an average of $18 earned a day. The withdrawing methods are also incredibly easy. There's gift cards, skins, crypto, PayPal, anything you want, and a great way to make some easy money if you've got some spare time. So be sure to sign up to FreeCash today with my link for a free 100 coins at the top of the description. But for now, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's look over souvenir packages real quick, specifically the Mirage one that I've been looking at closely for the past few weeks. Of course, right after I made the video saying I expected them to sit flat at their price and lower in supply, as we got towards the final week of them being in game, they started falling off in price, but they still sit at around the $3.15 range and have 10,000 supply on the Steam market, which isn't too different from when I made a video on it a week ago. They were hovering in the mid 9,000s, around like low 10,000s, mid 9,000s, around 9,600 then is the number I remember. Then they're at 10,000 now, so not really anything has changed. Despite the price dip, supply has stayed pretty similar, which is good since these things are still in the in-game store. We don't want supply to be going up and up and up. Since it is staying similar, a ton of people are still buying them. In fact, there are over 6,000 sold on the Steam market just today, which is really good, and that number has stayed consistent throughout the entire time they've been in-game. As I've said previously, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a big spike in these once they get removed from the game. Hopefully tomorrow, unless Mr. Valve has lied to us again, but you got to keep in mind that these things aren't listable on the Steam market right when you buy them. You do have to wait a week. So if a ton of people buy these on the Steam market when they're removed from the game to grab them as a last minute investment, I don't think there's going to be nearly as many people able to list them on the Steam market to counteract that, but I guess we'll just have to wait till tomorrow to see. Either way, I think there's still a good long-term investment to sell before we get to the next major, of course. If you want specifics on when exactly you should sell them, if you are going to be investing, which packages you should look at, stuff like that, be sure to check out this video where I cover all of that in detail. But I don't want to go over all the same stuff again because this is just going to be some kind of closing notes as to if anything major has changed, and not really anything major has changed with these. So I'm not going to go over the same thing again. Just check out that other video if you want more information on that. But next up, let's move on to some stickers. The mouse gold is something I looked at around a week ago as well. It's a gold sticker for a team that really isn't a huge standout name, but people seem to like the way it looks, and more importantly, out of the 3 sticker capsules that contain teams, the Challengers capsule, which contains the mouse sticker, is incredibly low supply, along with the Contenders capsule. If we compare these to the Legends capsule, there is less than 10% of them on the Steam market than there is Legends capsules. So it's really strange, the absolute insane difference in Legends compared to the other two. We saw something similar with RMR capsules. I don't believe it was this extreme, but either way, it's definitely something to keep in mind if you're going to be investing, which I'll talk about in a second. But the Contenders capsule contains Entropic and Copenhagen Flame stickers, 2 other stickers I've been looking at that I'll talk about in a second. Either way, I think supply is obviously the biggest hurdle to tackle here as an investor. We saw the absolute disaster that RMR turned into because of supply, partially because of how long the sale lasted, and I suppose partially because it was in a time where I feel like a ton of investors were coming into the game, and this time around, it looks like things have cooled off in a lot of scenarios. It's actually interesting because this time around, with Navi Golds especially standing out to me, they're one of the only Legend stickers that managed to maintain a good price and a low supply, simply because they've just got so much hype behind their team right now. There's only 138 on the market, and there's 179 sold in the past 24 hours alone. Personally, I don't think I'm going to be buying in on the gold stickers because they're just too hard to sell for real money, and I don't think there's going to be an insane enough long-term trend for them to reach prices where you could make a return enough to justify trying to make real money out of them. But if you're looking to add some money to your Steam wallet by flipping them, I think there's a possibility there. But back to something way lower in supply like the Copenhagen Flames gold. Its trend is looking pretty normal. It just started decreasing a bit in the past few days, but I can't say that it's just dumping out in price and that's going to continue, because I don't think it's going to. Because it's so low in supply, single sales can completely change how the trend looks and cause a like 10% difference per sale. So at the end of the day, do I think there's potential for these things if you sell them before the next major starts and new stickers get released? Yeah, sure, but I don't think it's going to be possible to get tons of these and flip them for real money, but I do think they're better than RMRs by far, and they have proven that by far so far, because they actually have, some of them at least, an upwards trend as they went on sale. RMRs went on sale and just started dropping off more and more and more as time went on, and even when they were not on sale, they were falling off more and more in price. That is not something we see at all with these Stockholm stickers. A lot of them were increasing when they were at the $1 capsule price, and a lot of them are increasing when they're at the 75% off price. So people clearly want these, and I think there is a lot less supply, but either way, if there is more supply, like something with a Navi gold, there's enough people counteracting that by buying it to actually make these something to look at. Tomorrow is going to be a really big day for all of these items. We could potentially see a huge spike, as I talked about earlier in this video, but what I'm mainly looking out for, and is the only thing that would change my mind to actually buy in on these for any other reason than a quick flip, is how many of these are going to be sold on the Steam market after they get removed from the game. And I'm not just talking about the first day, first week, or even first 2 weeks of them being removed from the game. I mean, when the hype mindset of, oh my god, they're not in the game anymore, I've got to pick them up as investments to make big money, which causes a big spike after they get removed, happens because it always does happen when something gets removed. We even saw with RMR and their insane supply. If a lot of these things are still being sold on the Steam market compared to how many are sold now, about a month from now, then maybe you can buy these sticker capsules or stickers that players have rallied behind to hold onto for long term. But once again, we've just got to wait till tomorrow to see where we stand with this. But at the end of the day, there's a lot more layers to this than there was with RMR, and we can't just categorize all major stickers as the same thing. RMRs technically weren't attached to a major, but you get the point. There's just way more supply in RMR. Supply is way lower nowadays. Certain stickers are standing out a lot more than others, and souvenir packages are being bought up in thousands every day. So this is something I'm definitely gonna keep following, and I recommend you guys follow it as well if it is something you're interested in investing in, because I definitely do think there is a lot more than a chance to actually make some money this time around. But besides that, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. So as always, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.